Hello, my name is Bert Borgmann, and I am the Assistant Commissioner at CHSAA that is in charge of basketball. Earlier, you've heard from Tom Robinson, who's talked about the upcoming season, primarily from the perspective of the official. I hope that I can reinforce some of his thoughts, but also provide you with what I tell coaches and athletic directors in our meetings with them. If we can build a culture of respect between coaches and officials, it will eliminate the vast majority of the issues that we have in our sport. In a perfect world scenario, players play, coaches coach, officials officiate, and fans cheer for their teams. The high school reality is, at any given time, one part of that scenario will break down. We have a point of emphasis that's come out from the National Federation related to pre-game meetings between game administrators and officials. Officials should expect cooperation from the school administration. Call or email ahead to make sure that the evening will go easier. Ask the questions that you have and get them answered prior to getting on site. Ask to meet with the game administrator when you arrive if you hadn't had an opportunity to call ahead. Secure the process for coming on and off the floor with that game administrator. That's a critical piece. Be proactive, and it will help you, and also it will help the game management so that they know where you will be at halftime, where you will be at the end of the game. Our expectations of coaches are really pretty simple. Fans, players, sometimes even administrators respond the way the coach responds. So coaches are expected to establish his or her expectations with the coaches and fans and their administration. Our bulletin that goes out every year has an outline for coaches to consider when they're setting those expectations. Officials should understand that certain behaviors by that head coach are spontaneous responses to either calls or non-calls. But the coach has to remain in the coaching box, and the reactions cannot be prolonged, profane, vulgar, or threatening. Coaches and bench personnel are expected to adhere to Rule 10, and repeated violations of those rules should result in a technical foul or a warning being given as a part of the game management process that you as an official will have. The more egregious conduct violations while inside or outside of the coaching box should be properly penalized with a technical foul without warning. And you will have some of those. Just some general notes. If you are working a foundation game for two schools, you should expect to be paid for those foundation games as if they are a regular season game. I ask that you know the sportsmanship rule. 35-point lead after the third quarter is a running clock, and it stops only for timeouts and injuries. Free throws, though, have a partial stoppage of clock, and it's a mechanic that you will need to pregame every time. If you need to issue a written warning, eject a player or a coach, you need to provide CHSAA with a report of that action within 24 hours. This is critical because it's important as there are additional penalties for the players and coaches who are removed from a contest. It helps our schools deal with those issues in a more efficient manner. I want to wish you all a great season, and if you ever have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to Tom Robinson or myself, and hopefully we will be able to clear up any questions that you might have. Please, if there is an issue at a school that you believe a game report needs to be provided to CHSAA, get that to us as quickly as possible, because we will get on that immediately after receiving that report, because both schools and CHSAA need to know what's going on in the membership. And you guys are our best conduit to what is truly happening within the sport. Again, thank you for your work. We appreciate the sacrifices that you make for our players, for our schools, and I want to wish you a great season.